Pavlos Fyssas, also known by his stage name Killer P, meaning Killer of the Past, was a Greek rapper notable for his participation and performance in musical projects, as well as for his anti-fascist activism. He toured well-known venues in Athens and throughout Greece. He was, along with his father, a member of the Syndicate of Metalworkers of Piraeus, and had been an active member of the Greek hip-hop scene since 1997, starting his music career in the low bat movement, and later performing alongside big names of the scene. He affiliated himself politically with the Antarsia movement. On the 17th of September 2013, Fyssas went out with his partner and 8 to 10 people to a cafe to watch a football match. The Hellenic police received a call at 11:57 p.m. the same night, in which the caller stated that a group of 50 people had assembled and were armed with bats at the intersection of Kefalinia Street and Panagi Tsallavari Avenue in Keratsini. They were reportedly heading towards a shop cafe called Korali. At 11:59 p.m, a VS motorcycle police unit of 8 was instructed to enter the area. The police officers reached the Coral Cafe, where 30 people were assembled outside, a number of whom started to run towards Taldari Avenue, where another group of 60 people had already assembled. There the police officers found Fyssas injured with stab wounds. While still conscious, Fyssas indicated Georgios Roupakias, who was still on site, as the perpetrator of the attack. Roupakias was then arrested. Fyssas was transported to the General Hospital of Nikia, where his death was confirmed. Roupakias called the Central Office of Golden Dawn, and it was claimed that he had spoken with Nikolaos Micholiakos while the latter was at his residence at the time. This was later confirmed by police officers. Georgios Roupakias worked in the cafeteria of the offices of the neo-fascist political party Golden Dawn. Roupakias was released from pre-trial custody in March 2016, despite having admitted to the murder to a judge, after spending the legal maximum time in custody before trial proceedings. He was required to stay in his home except for court appearances, with armed guards keeping him both restricted and protected. The murder was condemned by all parties represented in Parliament, including Golden Dawn, which claimed through its MP, Elias Kassiviaris, that it had no connection to the incident. Fyssas' father stated angrily through a phone call on a television station that his son did not belong to any political faction. He specifically stated, "My child did not belong anywhere. They have wrongly politicized him. From the first day we have stated this. They exploit him politically. My child did not belong anywhere." In a television statement, Prime Minister Adonis Samaras asked for a public calm and stated that he will stop the descendants of the Nazis from poisoning our social life, to act criminally, to terrorize and to undermine the foundations of a country which gave birth to democracy. Following the incident, protests against Golden Dawn and the associated rise of the far right took place throughout Greece. This included a protest in Athens, attended by 2,500 to 10,000 people, which marched towards Golden Dawn's central offices a week after the death. The protest was violently broken up by a police force that had still left unanswered inquiries about police allegedly allowing the murder of Fyssas to take place in front of them without intervening. The police response to this protest included 34 arrests and reports of one female protester being shot in the face at close range with a tear gas canister. Protests also took place in cities outside of Greece, including Barcelona, Brussels, Paris, Amsterdam, London, and Nicosia. Anti-fascist protests, staged in Greece, turned violent, with police and protesters clashing in Thessaloniki and Athens. Golden Dawn MPs Elias Kasiviaris, Elias Panayotaros, and Nikos Michos, who had been accused of acting as intermediaries in the case, were freed after they were not indicted. On the 1st of November 2013, a shooting took place at the Golden Dawn's Neo-Heraklion offices in Athens. The attack resulted in 2 members of Golden Dawn, Manolis Kapelonis and Yorgos Fundoulis, being killed, with a 3rd injured. On the 7th of October 2020, after 5.5 years of trying to find out who was responsible, 68 members of Golden Dawn were declared part of a criminal organisation, and 15 out of the 17 members accused in Pavlos' murder were convicted. The court found Anastasios Marios Anaviotis, Georgios Dimou, Elpidoforos Kanaritis, Ioannis Vasilios Komianos, Konstantinos Korkovilis, Anastasios Michalaros, Georgios Patelis, Georgios Skalos, Georgios Stambelos, Leon Salikis, Athanasios Zorvas, Nikolaos Zorvas, and Aristotelis Chrysafitis guilty of the murder of Pavlos Fyssas. The court had earlier acknowledged the guilt of Georgios Roupakias. In 2021, a scientific researcher of the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki named 2 newly discovered genus of cyanobacteria, Speos Fyssaceae and Iphinasa zakioae, after the activists Pavlos Fyssas and Zach Kostopoulos, respectively.